everyone, and welcome back to Tiny Kitchen Cooks. This is Cameron Kirk Rush. Today we're going to be making one of my favorite sandwiches. That is, we're going to make a pulled pork sandwich in our electronic pressure cooker. So here's what we need. First of all, this is about 1 kilogram or a little over 2 pounds of pork shoulder. We're going to give that a nice rub with our barbecue seasoning. This happens to be Guga's rub. Again, shout out to Guga. If you want to see how to make that and what the ingredients are, go check that out. We've got liquid smoke, and we've got my barbecue braising liquid. Now, if you want to know how to make this, go check out my pork spare ribs video that I also make in the pressure cooker using the same reserve liquid. And then for a nice side, we've got some nice baked beans. Now, these are just store-bought. We are going to jazz them up a little bit. And I've got a nice thick cut slice of bacon that we're going to cube up and put into the beans. So the first thing we need to do, we need to go ahead and get our pork dried, which we've already done, and season with rub. So here we go. Go ahead and pat that in well. Make sure everything is nice and coated. And once everything is nice and coated, this is more or less what we're left with. Now this is just going to go straight into the refrigerator. I'm going to cover it with some plastic wrap, and we're going to leave it in there for at least 1 hour. You can leave it up to overnight. All right, now that we have allowed our pork shoulder to marinate in the fridge, it's time to go into the digital pressure cooker. So we're going to do that, and here we go. Simply remove the plastic wrap, set the lid to the side, put that right into the digital pressure cooker, and we're going to add a little bit of our braising liquid. We're going to add about a cup. There we go. Set that to the side, and put the lid on our pressure cooker. And I've got this set on my rib setting, which is also the meat setting, and I've got it set for soft, which is 25 minutes. So we'll see you soon. I'm going to press start. And there we go. So I've got my countertop oven set on broil, and I've got a nice, what is called a bacon steak, which basically is just thick cut bacon. This is about a quarter of an inch, roughly, or 2 centimeters. So we're going to go ahead and put that into the broiler, and we're going to let it cook off halfway, and then we're going to cut it up, slice it up, and put it into our beans. So into our broiler it goes. We're going to flip that in about 5 to 10 minutes. And then do the other side, and it should be ready to cut up and go into our beans. See you soon. We've now got our pulled pork, which has been in the electronic pressure cooker. So I'm going to release the steam, first of all. Here we go. Stem's gone down, we can turn it off. Okay, so our pulled pork is ready to go. We just have to simply pull it. Okay, so after being in the pressure cooker, this is what you're left with. We'll just chop everything up. And this is what you're left with. So the only thing left we have to do now is make our beans. So I've already got our beans put into a pot. These are just store-bought baked beans. Looks like this. So we're going to add a few things into that and just make it nice and delicious. So first of all, let me turn on the heat on low initially. So we have about 1 cup of brown sugar that we're going to add in. We have about half a cup of prepared chopped and sliced bacon. We've got our liquid smoke ready. And of course, we're going to use a little bit of the same rub. So here we go. Let's put these things into the pot and combine everything together. Okay, so into our pot, we're going to add approximately 1 cup of brown sugar. Next, we're going to add approximately a half a cup of pre-prepared bacon of your choice. We're going to add about 2 teaspoons of your choice of liquid smoke. And then we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of our BBQ Rub mixture. Give everything a nice stir. Close and let simmer for about 20 minutes. So see you soon. So the beans have been simmering away, and now it's time to plate. So here we go. I'm going to turn off the heat. And the first thing that we need to do, we need to take our delicious pulled pork. I'll hold that up camera. There you go. And put that on a nice brioche bun. And then we're going to plate everything, etc. By the way, I've got a nice Carolina style barbecue sauce. I'll show you what that looks like. There we go. And we're gonna just, first of all, put that sauce into our pulled pork. So once we've incorporated everything into our beautiful pulled pork, this is what we're left with. And I'm gonna top this onto a bun, a nice brioche bun, and then add our beans, etc. Here we go. So first of all, to plate, let's serve up our beans. So after plating up, this is what we're left with our beans. I'll set that on a nice plate. Next, we're going to take our brioche bun, which I've got here, and we're going to serve up some delicious pulled pork. Here we go. Turn off the heat, and let's give it a taste. And this is what we're left with. We've got some nice baked beans, and of course our pulled pork sandwich with Carolina sauce. Wow, that's delicious. And to give our beans a taste, here we go. I want to try to get a little bit of bacon and beans. Let's see. Equally delicious. So, there you go, friends. That is barbecue pulled pork sandwiches with some baked beans. Enjoy, and until next time, I'll see you on
Any Kitchen Cooks.